All right. This is music is kind of dead. It's kind of dead. When you listen to No Stylish right after this, it's only 10 minutes. Maybe it depends. It depends. It all depends. It all depends. But this is why. Well, music is kind of dead, and this is why. This is why, Chad. This is why.
Music has been the pillar that's held up society and human connection for centuries. If I couldn't wake up and listen to my old Kanye tracks at the gym, or MJ tracks,
literally just listen to Kanye and Bully is amazing. YouTube, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Go watch it. We're gonna drop it, and it was great.
And in my head think I'm sounding like him, but I sound completely nothing like him, then I probably wouldn't be as productive in my days. And from the 2000s to 2010s, every year felt like we had a certain music era going on. It felt special, like you could point out what genre was popping and what the media was focusing on. Now we probably have the most music ever recorded in human history, so you would think it'd feel way more special. But if anything, it's the opposite.
I think what's really going on, I agree with them, because maybe back then it was like actually solely about music. Now it's like people are kind of chasing like who get the most plays, who sounds the most different, you know what I'm saying? It's not really taking accountability for like the art that you're in. So like Kanye, Beyonce, like people back then, I feel like took like music as like, I am music. You know what I'm saying? I am this. I am this. This is who I am. I was born into this world to be music and only music. And they committed. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, they're like the stars. You know what I'm saying? They are music itself. You know what I'm saying? But then people nowadays is like, it's like competition. Like, I feel like the competition on the ground or music in general nowadays in 2026 is like people are trying to sound so different that it's sounding bad. Or people are sounding so different that it's sounding the same. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to sound like everything is rage. Everything is like there's no love. It's like the world. It's like they're making music for what the world is perceived as, or the same swag. Everybody got the same swag. So this all the music sounds the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
And a lot of people have been talking about it this year. It's felt like it's only gotten
There's no love in it. There's nothing.
One genre that's probably facing its worst fall off ever is rap. And to me, since rap is the type of music I listen to the most, I feel very much qualified to talk about this. Anyone who was there for the prime SoundCloud rapper time from 2016 to 2020 already knows how much is diminished. In a weird way, it was actually a community back then. The wave at that time seems unreal compared to now, because I swear every week you'd have a brand new rapper pop up with a #1 song. Then you'd have the Lyrical Lemonade video to go with it. We was eating good in that time. This isn't even counting the big three era of rap before this wave with Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole running things. But they were also still dropping as well in that time, so you always had something going on. It seemed like in that moment with that momentum, the hype would never slow. Also adding the fact that rappers basically determine how people would wear fits. And to this day, it's still like that, but I would say it's dropped off way more. The whole hypebeast era where every kid was begging their parents for a Supreme hoodie and skinny ripped jeans came from people like Juice WRLD and Lil Uzi and X. One of the main reasons rap is getting burnt into the ashes now is that everyone is scared to be different. Back then when you heard a certain rapper, you could immediately point out their sound and style, or even the way they rapped was unique. It would always be something changing.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying though. Like, y'all saying that I'm in the wrong genre. Like, okay. Even like the mainstream people, like being in the same genre, they all sound different in the same genre. You know what I'm saying? But like on the underground, it's like, okay, I might be in a specific genre, but they all sound the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all saying like, oh, it's the genre that you're in. But I'm saying like even people back then was in the same genre but sounded different. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was talked about hating people, it all sounded different. But now, if you talk about hating people, all sound the same. Now it's like everybody got the same swag.
Down for artists to try to sound like Cardi with maybe their own slight tweak. You could show me 5 new underground rappers that came out this year. Probably name some dumb shit too, like Triple Table 249 or Caramel Latte 2X. And I would not be able to point out who is what on each track. A lot of people say this is due to the access of certain music.
Yo, I'm frying y'all, bro. Shit.
who is what on each track. A lot
Frying
of people
them.
say this is due to the access of certain music equipment being easier, so a lot of artists and people are using the same type of audio settings. If you look on TikTok, you can immediately tell that's what's going on too. And before someone says, oh, well, Tom, you don't do music. Yes, I know I don't do music. I understand it can be hard to make a certain sound or produce a beat. That's what makes
Bro, this is a bro. What is this, bro? What song is this, bro?
makes it unique though. Like before modern music equipment and beat makers,
Yo.
each artist and producers had so much creativity because you had to be different and it took more skill. A lot of skilled artists know this and even stick with old music equipment, like Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars has been in the top 10
Mars
every
is
year
literally
since
amazing,
2010.
bro.
He can always release a song and that gonna go crazy because he mixes old music equipment with new tech and it sounds good. It's a unique type of sound that other artists don't have, and that's why people like it. A lot of new age rappers now either don't have the skills to do that or don't care to learn. There's a reason why someone like Kanye is so timeless, because he's mastered that craft and can transition between generations. And past 2020, that's probably the reason why male rappers started to fall off but female rappers started to trend, because at least they were more unique with it, but there ended up being one problem. Women started getting tired of hearing every rapper talking about throwing it back and rapping about cooch. Also, the biggest female rapper who basically put it on is now completely down and crazy. So that era dwindled by pretty quickly, and now we're at a stalemate. As of 2026 so far, you don't really have a new rapper that's popping up and taking the year by storm. The last rapper I truly remember popping off in the mainstream was probably Ice Spice, and that was 2023 to 2024. Also, people are now realizing they don't really care to go to rap artist
It's like,
shows.
Yuck. Lord, no. Appreciate the follow, gangy. I feel like, yeah, like, that's definitely, the problem is with music, the problem is, it's like, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of younger people, this is where the problem is. This is where the problem is, right? A lot of younger people, like, they take their inspiration from other artists instead of being in their own swag. But that's just the world, though. You influence, like, when you're up there, you influence a lot of people, and then they get influenced, they make their own, music, and then another bunch that follows them get influenced by their own swag, and it's just like, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. But I feel like probably, like, people need to start being their own self. It's like you can get influenced, but, like, only use influence as inspiration instead of like a clone. It was crazy seeing Ice Spice and SpongeBob. No glaze if it is. But this is why I still bump Yeat's old shit to this day. She was so different and nostalgic to me. A lot of people need to be their own swag. Like, don't follow what the world think is cool. Don't be trendy. You know what I'm saying? Because they talking about drugs. What's good, gang? Drugs, money, hoes. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of repetitive stuff, bro. Talk about shit. Talk about what you feel like talking about. Talk about your life. Talk about your life. Your perspective on life. Nobody will experience your life because you are living your life. Talk about that, bro. That's the difference right there. You don't gotta clone somebody else's life. Literally talk about your own, and you can be up. You can be up. Just talk about your own life. Talk about what you're experiencing. People will not. Nobody lives the same life. Nobody lives the same life. We all live different lives because we all have different perspective on life. Talk about that, and you will be up. You will be a star. You will be a star, literally. Literally, that's it. That's it. And there's no feeling behind it, because they didn't experience it for real. That's what I'm saying. They can't experience it. There's no feelings. Just inspired me to make an album. Everybody's daddy's money. Yo, I feel like that's what music is missing. People are following other people. Just talk about your life. Talk about your perspective on life. Make it more personal instead of making about money, drugs, sex. Just talk about on a personal level what you feel. If you're in love, talk about love, but make it your perspective on love. If you feel you're going through something with your dad, talk about that. Your perspective on what you felt towards your dad, and maybe his perspective on what, you know what I'm saying? Just different shit. Just different.
off in the mainstream was probably Ice Spice, and that was 2023 to 2024.
How about that, bro?
Also, people are now realizing they don't really care to go to rap artist shows because most of the time it's overpriced as A lot of these rappers can barely get through half the performance without either passing out from all the lean they're having or crashing out.
He said, I would rather listen to T. Bro, how was I supposed to know? Yeah, Peter, you're cooked, man. You're cooked. You're cooked. Okay. Just put the fries in the bag, Peter. You're done. You're done.
Sounds good, and they don't really have a problem with it being AI. When the We Are Charlie
Fisher, be honest. Do you care? Do you care it's AI now? Like, be honest. Do you actually care that it's AI? Be so for real. It's okay. I just want to see. She probably gonna say like no. Oh, you care for real? Okay.
Song came out. Some of them
okay. All right.
They either don't know it's AI or don't care because they think it sounds good and they don't really have a problem with it being AI. When the We Are Charlie Kirk song came out, some of them genuinely thought it was a real song and poetic. It also doesn't help that you'll have AI artists pull a Shadow Clone no Jutsu, pop up and steal a real artist's flow and release songs. Because they can release unlimited songs and you best believe they'll have fans who will listen to it. An AI artist last year named Zanaya Monet charted on the Billboard charts for the first time ever.
You're lying. You're lying. AI made it to the Billboard. You're lying. No, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. I need proof.
Release unlimited songs.
I need proof.
You best believe they'll have fans who will listen to it. An AI artist last year named Zanaya Monet charted on the Billboard charts for the first time ever. I fully blame Gen X and Boomers for—
What? You're— oh my god, you're lying. We're cooked. We're cooked. I need proof. That's a bold statement. I need proof. AI made it to the billboards? Do you know how insane that is? Something that was made for humans in a machine made it on the billboard for music. Yo, it's actually time to cut off from society and listen to birds singing.
For this, because I know this was not Gen Z. I ain't never been in the car and my homie said, turn on that Zanaya Monet. If you're in my car and you turn on any AI music, just know we're not getting out that car, that shit's blown up. Believe it or not, she, or should I even call it a she? It's a robot. She signed for $3 million.
Is this her? Signed for 3. What? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Somebody signed this AI for $3 million? Oh my gosh, chat, we're done. Like, actually. Somebody signed this AI for $3 million, bro.
Music, just know we're not getting out that car, that shit's blown up. Believe it or not, she, or should I even call it a she? It's a robot. She signed for $3 million to a record label. Ah, yes, the great morality.
What?
Instead of record labels paying their artists a livable wage, they can just buy an AI artist to produce unlimited slop and profits for them. The hilarious thing is, this whole trend of music being dead could be solved by record labels and streaming platforms. A lot of these artists don't feel motivated to make music anymore, knowing they're not going to get paid good for—
Oh my gosh. So the only way to win in music now is actually not signing to a record label, because they most likely will replace you by a robot. And you just gotta fend for yourself. You literally gotta do the work yourself. Like, we're in a generation where you have to do the work yourself. Like, you have to do it yourself. For yourself. You have to make millions of dollars for yourself. Wait, so music might actually be dying? It is. Chat, it is. It's literally dying. They're like replacing people. They're replacing people with AI. And they're doing it in works. They're doing it in jobs. They're doing it everywhere. He just bought a robot to make music. That means he ain't never got to pay another artist nothing ever. You don't even got to pay. You don't got to. They don't got to waste money ever again. Wow. You know, I'll be honest. That's why I didn't want to listen to Bully, because apparently it mostly had AI. I heard it had AI in it, but I didn't hear no AI. Was it samples AI? Because that's Kanye's voice. No, it didn't. But Kanye did get caught for using AI. I'm back. I had to go for a bit. Welcome back, gang. What? Kanye got caught for using AI?
Streaming platforms get their cut, then record labels get their cut, and artists get the crumb of that. Because of that, a lot of artists have transitioned to being content creators, because at least that will pay well. Oh, well, it should be for passion, not just profits. I thought that's what art's all about. Yeah, tell that shit to your landlord when you're 3 months late on rent and see what they say. It's simple science. While yes, the artists do love what they do, if they don't get paid fairly in a livable wage, they're gonna have to significantly drop the amount they do. And you can only tour so much in the year to make money, with that not even being a guarantee you'll make enough to survive for the year. So their best bet a lot of times is doing content and maybe streaming to at least have some income to survive. And the last thing I want to talk about is concert pricing. You know how everybody says, oh man, this next summer about
T, you didn't know? Oh no, I never knew that Kanye had AI or was caught using AI. I feel like Kanye probably. I believe it, because Kanye do want to evolve, so I think he would use AI in the evolution type of thing. Maybe that's something Kanye would do.
be so lit. We about to be out going to concerts. This 2026 summer gonna go crazy. Yeah, it's the exact opposite this year. We are staying inside for 2026 summer. You're better off navigating the American healthcare system than getting a normal price concert ticket in 2026. Not too long ago, I remember when I was in high school that people would chat with their homies and talk about whatever artist is performing in town, and everyone would save up working their fast food jobs to scrape enough to be able to go to the concert and vibe it. That was before 2020. That dream is definitely dead now. At minimum, for mid-tier artists, you're now paying like $200 for some seats.
Mind you, people said 2026 would be. Why the hell would 2020? Who said that? Who said 2026 is going to be like 2016? Why would we be going backwards? Shit, I don't go to the big concerts, only small, and I enjoy them more. Meet more artists. Most people. People said is going. Why would we going, bro? People, you know what? We're advocating for peace, and I'm not gonna let their stupidity let me act a certain way. So we're back. We're grounded. We're grounded. We're grounded, chat. We're grounded. Okay, grounded. Yes, let's get back.
At minimum, for mid-tier artists, you're now paying like $200 for some seats. Every artist, for some reason, think when touring they're at the level of Michael Jackson to charge absurd prices. They would probably make more too if they priced it normally and not insane. I also think this is a direct correlation to why certain artists fall off. They start charging too much and people don't think it's worth it, which kills their momentum over time. If they were smart and know how simple business works, you charge the cheapest prices at the beginning to get people hooked, then slowly up it so the people you got hooked will keep coming. That's either simple business practices or drug dealer practices. I don't know who I got it from, but it's one of those things. It's not just or drug dealer practices. I don't know who I got it from, but it's one of those things. It's not just the artist to blame too. It's obviously the ticket vendors as well, who have hands down ruined concerts and made them hell. I don't know if it's just me. I would 100% rather go to how they did it back then when you had to physically buy the ticket at a counter, then wait a week or two for whenever the concert was and use the ticket. At least you weren't getting ripped off by random fees and price raises. Ticketmaster is still the worst at it, and they were getting sued by the government, which started in 2024. So people were cheering and happy, hoping a change could finally be done to the company, hoping they could have this terrible company stop their practices and break up their monopoly. But it turns out when you transition presidential administrations, things change. As of March 2026, they finished the lawsuit by paying a settlement and getting a slap on the wrist. 30 states were involved in this lawsuit, by the way.
Wow.
I guess it shouldn't be that surprising. The judge handling it directly said that the outcome was entirely unacceptable, yet they still don't care. We had like one chance to help with this, and now that's probably gone. Other states also didn't accept the outcome, so they decided to keep suing wrong anyways, which is hilarious. You would expect with a federal lawsuit, states like to believe in the system and see it as concrete, so they would just move on. But this move was so stupid and blatantly dumb that states said, hold up. Nah, we ain't done. We run this back. I already talked about dynamic prices before, but that isn't helping also. It should 100% be an illegal practice. The scam is in the name. And a lot of artists also offer VIP packages for their concerts, which are complete cap or ripoffs. You have a normal ticket for like 150, but the
I've never went to a show before, but I will go in this lifetime. I would definitely go one day to see that feeling, what that feeling's like.
I have a normal ticket for like 150, but the VIP package is 500. And for the $500, it includes that you're closer to the stage and get a free food.
Which concert you thinking? Shit, man. Not on the ground. It got to be some vibes. I don't want to hear yelling all day. That's gonna hurt my ears. It's gonna give me a headache. I definitely want to go for some vibes, some like. If it's underground, it gotta be it gotta be something cool, something cool, bro. As long as it's not an AI, nigga, bro. Imagine if we get to a day where AI is performing game, we've lost officially. We are losing right now. It's actually like it's 0 to 5 right now. Like in the soccer game, we're losing bad. But the moment an AI like Sophia or whatever her name was that was up here, go on stage and literally walk around with a mic, and then there's humans in the stands and humans in, bro, we've lost it. We've lost completely. We were up here, now we're all the way down here. We've lost, bro. If I ever see that in life, I'm done. I'm packing my stuff up and leaving the earth.
Rich, probably a preheated hot dog and a warm Gatorade too. Ain't nobody want that. I don't understand why some artists offer these packages and they're not at the level to give something good. Anyways, that's gonna be all. Follow.
Yo, T, you think we should go back to nature? Yes. I think a lot of people need to go back to nature, bro. I think a lot of people need to be able to just put their phone down and not be able to touch it. Not just so fidgety about their phone. I feel like they need to go outside and walk. They need to go look at the birds, look at the trees, look at the world. Acknowledge the world for a little bit, for just a tad bit. It don't got to be forever, but acknowledge what you're in. Man, you'll love it, bro. You'll love it. I want to be in like a hut in the middle of nowhere and actually use my time to travel or time to survive. That's actually insane, bro. That's insane. That sounds cool though.
Instagram and TikTok. As always, I love you guys.
That would definitely help.
And until next time, I'm out.
Yeah. Music is actually dying, and you see it. You see it here first. You see that AI is taking over. People are following other people. People are not giving their own perspective on how they live. And everybody got the same swag. Everybody got the same swag. Everybody. We're just living a simulation, it seems like. It's bad, bro. It's bad. You know, the only person right now that can be really big in music is actually like, you got to be weirdly good, or just like your music is just like soul touching in a way where it's not music. It's not just music. It has to be something like that moves people. Not solely rage, because there's a lot of that, but just more on personal, intimate level. I think that's the only way to win right now, to be the biggest, and then you just do it for yourself and not for others, bro.